So, what's happening in Australia right now? It was said that they had like XY amount of days before they're out of petrol. I was just surprised, and the people were now heading to fill up their tanks, to fill up their petrol tanks. And you can imagine that the even the price of petrol will go up. So this just reminded me of a dream that I had. So I wanted to share this dream. I released this video on the 13th of December 2022. I'm not sure when I dreamt it, but as far as my records, this is when it was recorded. So I obviously dreamt it before, but let's focus on the 13th of December 2022 because that's when it was recorded. Okay. So what was interesting is that before I shared the dream, I said that I am in South Africa and someone outside of the country may hear my dream and assume that it is only about the country of South Africa. And I say that we are living in the end times, and anything about the end times means that whatever happens next door is only a matter of time before it is in your backyard. And I said that someone might hear this dream and say it will never affect their country. And there you go, it's starting to happen in other countries. Just that it's been happening in other countries, which I guess are not the media's favorite. Okay. So I want to share the dream which I recorded on the 13th of December 2022, and I titled it Long Petrol Lines and Scarcity of Clean Water. So I have notes, okay, because it's a dream from a long time ago. So in the dream, I saw myself driving in a slow convoy. So it was many cars. It was a long convoy of cars driving slowly because we had been driving from garage to garage looking for petrol. From garage to garage, there was no petrol. And so we were all driving slowly. And yet the people were actually very orderly. We were just driving slowly, following each other, looking for petrol. So as we were driving, I remember some people started to get off the line and park at the side. And then I realized that more people were parking on the side of the road. And no one was pushing in ahead of the queue. So it's like as we got closer, we started to also park on the side of the road. It was then that I realized that no, up the road there was a bit of a curve. And in that curve there was this huge truck. And in that truck there was water that was being given to people. People were given 25 liters of a bottle. There was square bottles of water. In the dream, it was an unusual container that I saw. It was square, and I think it was around 20 or 25. I think it was around 20 or 25 liters because some people carried it on their head, and it was clean water. So people had abandoned their their quest to find petrol to go get clean water. So we were all leaving the cars there to go and get ourselves a bottle of water. And the way things were done is like the government never announced that, guys, water's gonna come at this place at this time. No, they would appear randomly at random times and random places and would give out water. Okay, because the numbers of people would overwhelm them. Okay. And I realized also in the dream that it's not like we didn't have water. We had water, but it was not clean, drinkable water. So I thought that how interesting because in my dream, we were struggling to get petrol. Many places there was no petrol. People traveled far and long to get petrol. And the second problem is that there was no clean, drinkable water. So in the dream, there was two issues that were raised. We had the problem of water in many places. It was all across the country, and also in the problem was water, scarcity of clean water. There was water, but there was a scarcity of clean water, and also a scarcity of petrol. So the dream just came to mind, and I was like, wow, I hope that is not taking place now. When I have dreams, I really literally have no idea when they're going to take place. And I don't even know their order of how they're going to play out.